It's the 17th of June, and that means one thing. You need to lock your doors, barricade the windows, plant your ass on the couch and reach for the remote, because we've got the debut, the premiere of AEW Coalition. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. It was difficult to try and sound interested in a show that I have zero interest about, but it is the premiere episode. It is the return of CM Punk. CM Punk, yeah, that guy that failed at UFC, that guy that's a big crying bitch, that guy that was once great in WWE but has done nothing in the last decade. That guy there, yeah, him. We're supposed to get excited about him tonight because he's Punk and he can drop pipe bombs whenever he wants. Well, haven't seen him drop any fucking pipe bombs, more like smoke bombs at the moment, because that's how you're getting a smoke, and once you wade through it, you see what's there, and what's there is absolutely nothing. A load of shite. So we've got nothing good for CM Punk over the last 10 years. Will we get something good tonight, though? That is the big question. That is what we're going to find out. Now, this is the debut episode. This is taking place in Chicago, Illinois. Not a place where I would go, to be honest. I mean, the chances of you getting into Chicago at night time and making out of Chicago at night time is pretty close to slim. You've got more chance of fucking enjoying an AEW show than you do getting out of Chicago safe. So, definitely not a city that I would go to. I would not recommend it. But let's say you are risking it. Let's say you are going there tonight. What have you got to look forward to? Well, I will tell you now, because we're going to go through, guys, the preview for tonight's show. Now, Tony Khan, the Khan man, he was supposed to like book a show tonight. He was going to put on a great show that is going to get everyone mesmerised and make us tune in every Saturday night. First of all, Saturday night is not a good night for a wrestling show at all. It's probably the night of the week where most people go out, most people look to socialise on a Saturday. I mean, you could say Friday as well, but I would say more so Saturday. I think Saturday's definitely a day that, because Friday, you know, most people still work, you get home, and I think a lot of people would just sit in on a Friday night. I think you're more likely to get people sitting in to watch wrestling on a Friday night than you are a Saturday night. But don't get me wrong, all the losers that watch wrestling, the 700,000 that Dynamite still get, they're all probably bums anyway, so they sit in their mum's basement every night of the week. It doesn't really matter. Saturday, Sunday, Friday, man. No, I mean, they just wank to wrestling all day long anyway, 7 days a week, so the day doesn't really matter to them. It is Saturday though. Let's go through before we go through the card, actually, I need to point out that the Coalition commentary team will feature Kevin Kelly, boo, Nigel McGuinness, double boo, because he ruined the greatest segment ever in TNA history, the woo-off between Ric Flair and Jay Lethal. Guys, if you've seen it, you know. And it was just fucking fantastic. And unfortunately, this prick wasted it. This prick came in, and I honestly, God, I think if no one interrupted it, I think Ric Flair and Jay Lethal would have just been there all night, wooing off against each other, but no. Nigel McGuinness, the boring man, the man that has never entertained anybody, had to actually stop a segment that was entertaining people. Just how boring can one man get? Well, the answer to that is very boring. And finally, we've got Jim Ross, yes, Oklahoma, JR's, good old JR. JR's back tonight, guys, for AEW Coalition. Will he be the voice of AEW Coalition? I mean, let's hope so. I'm just glad there's no Excalibur or whatever he's called, because he bores the fucking tits clean off of me. Anyway, let's move into tonight's show. What do we have? We've got the return of a bunch of nobodies that nobody cares about in AEW. We have Miro returning to action. Wow, Miro. People say this guy got jobbed out in WWE. How? What happened to Miro in WWE? Yeah, he had some big black guy steal his wife, and that is pretty bad. But apart from that, I mean, you know, he had a pretty good run as Rusev. So I'm not buying it. You compare us. I mean, in WWE, he came out at WrestleMania in a fucking tank. I mean, what has he done in AEW? AEW, he came out with like a game station and he was crying because somebody broke his Mortal Kombat GameCube or something. What? Why is this big Russian guy playing games anyway? Leave the gaming for people like me, losers like me. Miro shouldn't be fucking gaming. He should be blowing up people in tanks, not gaming. Anyway, let's move on. Miro returns to action. We don't know who his opponent is, so it's likely a jobber. Speaking of return, I say that, man. The entire AEW's roster's a jobber. It could be anybody. Speaking of returns, though, we've got Andrade El Idolo I think I'll give Andrade. I'll say this. I respect Andrade. I think Andrade is brave, man. The fact that he is at home having sex with plastic Charlotte, who looks like 84-year-old Cher, I respect that. You know, not many people would do that. So fair play to Andrade. He returns to action tonight to take on AEW World Trios champion Buddy Matthews, or Buddy somebody. I didn't even know they were champions. I couldn't even tell you who half the champions are in this company. Whole thing is absolutely knackered, guys. It sucks. Anyway, Andrade will probably win. He's not going to lose on his return, or is he? We'll find out. We'll hear from the Acclaimed. Wow, the Acclaimed. Max Caster's going to come out and cut a terrible rap. Are we supposed to care that much? Personally, I do not. And by the way, Tony Khan did say that he wasn't going to have a brand split, but he would have people that were predominantly on AEW Coalition, and he would have people that were predominantly on AEW Dynamite, and then maybe from time to time they would appear on the other show. So it's not like a fixed brand split, but it's kind of like here, you are a Raw superstar, but sometimes you can appear on SmackDown, something like that. So basically, it's what WWE is currently going as. You know, somebody, you can be on Raw, but if they want you to show up on SmackDown, you'll be there. Basically, that's what they're going with. Anyway, let's move on. AEW Women's Champion Toni Storm and Ruby Soho versus New Japan Strong Women's Champion Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue. Why not just call her New Japan Pro Wrestling Fat Women's Champion? Because that's pretty much what she is. She is fat. As Scott Steiner would say, she's fat. You know, that is the truth there. So big old Scott Steiner. What's happening to him these days? Can we get a Scott Steiner return? All these people returning and we don't give a shit about Miro, Andrade. Give us Scott Steiner. Where's all those freaks out there? Holla, holla, if you hear me. I would holler at Scott Steiner. What a guy. Alright, his brother wasn't that good, but he put Giselle Shaw in his place. So fair play, Rick Steiner. You're a good man, buddy. You're a good man. We've got AEW TNT champion Wardlow defends against the big dinosaur, and it is Luchasaurus. It's not quite Barney the dinosaur. It's not quite John Cena in his purple fur. Or the dinosaurs even have fur? Scales. Okay, we'll go with scales. Dinosaurs have scales, I guess. I believe it's scales. Yeah, scales. Crocodiles have scales. Dinosaurs have scales. I don't know. I mean, maybe Willow Nightingale would have scales, but she probably broke them when she stood on them. But anyway, that's beside the point. It's Wardlow taking on Luchasaurus for the TNT Championship. Will we see a new champion tonight? Hopefully not, because if anyone should have the title, it should be Christian Cage, goddammit. The Instant Classic, but for some reason, he's not wrestling tonight. And in the main event, it's CM Punk, the returning CM Punk, and he is teaming up with the AEW Tag Team Champions FTR to take on Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Samoa Joe, who I believe is the Ring of Honor champion. So yeah, that's it, guys. Not really impressed here. No, I'm not impressed at all. Like, why is CM Punk returning for a throwaway 6-man match? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I would have had CM Punk in a singles match. Fuck it. If you really wanted this match to be big, if you really wanted his return to be big, why not just have him come back against Joe? Now, apparently it's going to be him and Joe. That's the first feud for Punk, but yeah, I don't know. The 6-man tag match. Even if you don't want it to be against Joe, why not just have CM Punk take on Jay White or Juice Robinson? Teaming him up with FTR, it takes the look off Punk. Let's be honest, FTR fucking suck. No one's going to tell me differently, man. And they want to team up with Punk at All In to take on the Elite. Why would Punk want to team up with these guys? Seriously, two fucking bums. They don't deserve to hold any belts. They don't even deserve to have belts that hold up their pants. Never mind tag title belts, man. These guys suck. Anyway, that is it. There's your there's your Coalition preview. I'm going to quickly run through who I think is going to win the matches. So first of all, we don't know who Miro's going to face, but I think he will win, for the simple fact that they haven't announced his opponent, therefore he is going to win. Andrade is going to beat Buddy Matthews, because why not? Buddy Murphy there. I think it's Buddy. Is it Buddy Murphy or Buddy Matthew? He's going to beat Buddy. Good old Buddy. The Acclaimed are going to come out, cut a shit rap. I'm going to go with Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue to beat Toni Storm and Ruby Soho. I'm going to go with AEW TNT Champion Wardlow to defend against Luchasaurus. And in the main event, CM Punk has to win on his return, doesn't he? CM Punk has to win. It'd be a bit of a pipe bomb if he didn't win, I tell you that. I'd be shocked if CM Punk lost here. If he does lose, he ain't taking the pinfall, that is for sure. No way, Jose. One of those bombs in FTR will take it. But they ain't going to lose, don't worry. CM Punk will win. And I think we'll see Punk versus Samoa Joe up next. But that's it, guys. There's your AEW Coalition preview. I might have to drop watching Rampage. I'm just not here. I'll be honest, guys. I'm not here to review 3 AEW shows a week. So, yeah, if I start reviewing Coalition, it probably means I'm going to stop reviewing Rampage. And they did say that Rampage was going to get dropped down a few notches anyway. Rampage is basically Sunday Night Heat now, even though Sunday Night Heat has been better than every single episode of Rampage, so work that one out. But there you go, guys. Coalition is in, Rampage is out. I'll catch you tomorrow for the review, but until next time, peace.